Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. It's movie critic time. I'm going to be the critic for the movie. Y'all ready? So come on in. Come on in. This is a pretty good one. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks for your time and each and every moment you spend with Myra. So y'all come on in. Get yourself comfortable. Sit down. Maybe you even got some time to go and pop yourself some popcorn. Go ahead on. I'll still be here. But yeah, this one is a good one, y'all. Yeah. I was like, what? No. But then I'm like, no, they can't be. Unexpected. Unexpect the unexpected. Yeah. No, expect the unexpected. Yeah, I think that's right. That's right. But yeah, y'all got your popcorn ready? It's popping? Okay. Good. So, get your chair. Get comfortable. And right now, it's hot. It's hot. So if you got to turn that fan on, go on, turn the fan on so you can relax. I want you to get comfortable and relax. And listen to Myra. Yeah, 'cause I got a story for you. Yeah. 2 friends, females, 2 friends. So there's a lesson. I like stories with lessons. So this lesson, everybody ain't your friend. I don't care how long you know them. It's sad. It's really sad. But the fact is, it's the truth. Everybody is not your friend. So y'all about ready now? Almost? Need a couple more seconds? Okay. Go ahead. Because I want you to relax. I want you to, take those deep breaths. Sit down. If you want to lay down, get comfortable on your couch. Get your comfy pillow. Yeah, something soft to snuggle up with. Go and do that. It's okay. As long as you're able to relax. That's what I want. I want you to be able to relax. Or even if you're doing something around the house and my voice is helping you, go and get that done. It's okay too. As long as I'm helping. That's the thing, right? As long as I'm helping. Almost, y'all. We got 8, 7, 6 more seconds. And I'm going to get started in on this movie from my perspective. What I got from it. And as always, how it's relatable to life, my life. Things happen. Life happens. Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to go and get started. Y'all come on in. Sit down and relax when you're ready. But stay with me. So, most movies start off and then they like 3 weeks earlier or, something like that. So, the beginning of this movie, 2 friends now. 2 friends, oh my goodness, been friends for, I'm gonna say 20 years. I'm gonna say friends for 20 years now. We're going to give these friends names, Amanda and Megan. I'm bad with names, so I have to put the names there. I'm making up these names, but I got to give the characters names. Amanda and Megan, two friends for 20 years. Amanda, divorced. Amanda has a son about to graduate college. So again, she got a divorce. With Amanda, her divorce happened because she caught her husband with the secretary. And in the end, they divorced and he married his secretary. And, she went on raising her son. Started all over, pretty much from scratch. She didn't get anything from the marriage. She said she didn't want anything. She wanted to build her own. The fact that her husband was taking care of her, she felt like that's why he did what he did, because he was making the money. So she didn't want his money because she was like, no more control. I'm done with that. That's done. So she was educated now. She did go to college. She was educated. So after the divorce, she got a good job at the bank and bought her own house, driving a Lexus truck. Nice, right? So she was doing pretty good for herself. But she got her best friends. Yeah, 20 years, best friends. So Amanda is the one that's divorced with the son about to graduate college. Megan is her best friend, and Megan stays, by herself. It wasn't stated if she had a husband, divorced or anything, but she stayed by herself. Amanda and Megan, church going, teach Sunday school, do the fundraising and all that stuff, try to help people out. But Amanda pretty much threw herself into her work, right? And her friend Megan, wanted her to have a companion. She felt like you need to live life. You're not living life. All you do is work, right? So, wait a minute. Amanda goes out with a friend to like this art gallery, right? And this man appears. He's a little younger than her, and it was his exhibit, right? She didn't know that at the time though, but he was saying something about the lighting was off, and they just got to conversing, and she said something about the lighting, and he was like, I don't want to hurt nobody's feeling, and she was complimenting the painting and all that. Long story short, they made a connection. So they went out a couple of times, actually quite a few times. So Amanda felt like she didn't think that she would fall in love ever again, not to this. So she was taking it slow, although she was falling, but she was trying to hold her feelings or control her feelings, I'll say. But she had fell in love before, she knew it. And she felt like this guy was sent. God had answered her prayers, He treated her nice. He was sweet to her. I mean, things that I guess you would love for a guy to do. Being very attentive. And it had been such a long time since she had that, even with her first husband, right? So yes, she fell in love. Um, and it may have been, I'll say, well, the guy, John, asked her to marry him. It was less than 6 months of them knowing each other. But Amanda was so happy. She was glowing, literally glowing. And of course, she shared her happiness with Megan, her best friend. Yeah, her best friend is happy for her. I mean, this is what she wanted her to get out and live life. Like, you deserve it. You do so much for other people. All you do is work. You deserve happiness. And, her friend was like, I never seen you this happy. And she was like, I am so happy. So, yes. And, again, John, was into art and photographs. So he took a lot of pictures of Amanda. But it was fine, At this time, they were married, happy, blissfully happy, right? So she was like kind of being a narrator of the story, so telling her story. Amanda was. So her telling her story was like she didn't see this coming. That she thought God had answered her prayers with this man. She would say something and he would finish her sentence. Who does that unless it's real, right? You don't know me. How can you finish my sentences? How do you know I want my leg rubbed like that, And how can you be so sensitive to my needs and my wants? I mean, just making call, doing just because things, like the flowers and romance, just telling her she's beautiful and she deserves everything just because, he was doing it. But she was telling her story, so she was like, I was watching everything that he had in his hand to give me that I didn't see what he had behind his back, right? So I'm watching this movie and I'm like, what is he doing wrong? Because, he love you. He love you, right? No. He did say he loved her, but he said he would never love her as the way she loved him. I'll say that. So, first thing happened. She caught him on the phone. They married now. So Amanda called John on the phone. So in the middle of the night. So she's like, babe, who you talking to? So here come the other side of John. Never seen it. He kept talking. And then whoever he was talking to, he said, I'll call you tomorrow. And then he stood up and he told his wife, Amanda, he said, there's 2 things I don't like. 1 is being watched. And 2, being questioned. So Amanda, she said, okay, I just missed you, that's all. She woke up and, he wasn't in the bed. So he chuckled it off, I missed you too. Let's go to bed. But that was the first sign that she seen another side of him. Next thing. Okay, Amanda had a good position at the bank, right? All of a sudden, corporate come down. And at this time, she's on the phone talking to her best friend, telling her friend that, she heard him on the phone and she questioned him and he had another side. But she was like, oh no, he love you. I don't think he's cheating. But she didn't say he was cheating. She just was like, I never seen him, get upset or anything like that. So anyway, she's at work talking to her best friend, they friends, so, they sharing. And So I guess her assistant come in the office and say, the boss want to see you. So right away, she seen corporate walking past, right? In the middle of the day, they want to see me. Something ain't right. So many thousands of dollars is missing from one of her accounts that she controls. So her boss says, I want that money back. If I don't get it back, he's pressing charges. She was fired. He fired her and told her he wanted that money back. So she's like, I worked for this company for all these years. They know I would never do anything. He didn't even give me a chance to try to explain. Yeah. So she goes home. She got her box, she done packed up her office. She goes home, trying to call her husband. She had called her best friend, so her best friend at the house. So she's trying to call her husband. Her husband is not answering. So she's like, he probably with whoever he was talking to, So she's upset. Yes, she got fired from her job. She don't know what happened. She can't reach her husband. So her husband comes through the door. Again, he wasn't answering her calls. So she's like, where have you been? And he's like, I told you I don't like to be questioned. And she was like, I lost my job today and I needed you. And he's like, well, I'm here now. What's the problem? She lost her job. She just told you what the problem is, right? So, and she was like, the money that's missing, if I don't find it or I don't get it back to them, I'm going to jail. Wow. His face was like, oh, what you want me to do about it? And she's looking like, you're my husband. She never seen this side of her husband before, right? Like, what is going on, right? There's this change all of a sudden. So he said, you're going to talk to me in front of your friend? So, and her friend was like, well, I am her friend and I was here. You wasn't. She was trying to reach you. I'm a friend. She being there. She wasn't jumping in and out their business, but she did address that I am her friend, When she called me, I was there. You wasn't. So he asked her to leave, the friend to leave. He asked Megan to leave. John asked Megan to leave so he can talk to his wife. So Amanda was like, okay, it's okay, you can go ahead, try to straighten this out with her husband. Thanking her friend for being there. So she's talking to her husband, and he's so cold to her. He's like, well, maybe you're not doing your job right, and you're not focusing. Pretty much, you're too focused on me. Focus on your work. Don't be focusing on me, Like, wow, really? Really? So she's like, I worked for this company for so long. I lost my job. And now they're trying to make me find this money and I don't know what happened to it. Again, he's not feeling nothing for her. Again, he's like, stop focusing on me and focus on your work and you can find that money. So she's trying, going through her paperwork and everything, see if maybe she did something wrong on the computer, transfer some money to another account. She didn't find the money. So, but her husband is being cold to her, so she's constantly venting to her friend, and her friend was like, did you ask him this? Talking about the husband. Did you ask him that? Because Amanda is telling Megan, I can't talk to him. I don't know who this person is, and he's not trying to help me at all. And so Megan was like, well, pretty much, how much is it? Maybe I could help. But she didn't have that type of money. And Amanda knew she didn't have that type of money. So she was like, I just don't want to go to jail for this. I didn't do anything. So Amanda goes to the bank to try and get a loan on her house. Amanda's house is paid for, right? Because she started her life all over. She got a good job at the bank. She paid her house off. To Amanda's surprise, her house was in default and the loan. And she said, my house is paid off. I don't owe anything. Yeah, you do. Your husband came in here and took another loan out on the house. Now, how can he do that without my consent? He's your husband. Now let's talk about that. I don't think that's right. I don't. I understand you're married and everything is united. That's wrong. It should be something, some sort of clause to protect a person, married or not. I understand that you have that right to do that. But if I had this house before we got married, you shouldn't be able to do it without my signature. I would have to sign off on it too, or at least be notified. Do you know that your husband is down here? Something. It should be something to protect me. But I guess, the laws is like, you married him. But again, I just feel like it should be something to protect a person, married or not, regardless, married or not. This lady had this stuff before she met this man. Worked hard, paid it off, sacrificed, and you just can just come in and take it? No, that is totally not right. So Amanda talks to John about it. And first thing he said, I don't know what you're talking about. But she asked for the surveillance camera, so she can prove when she talked to her husband. So she sent it to his phone. She said, check your phone. So it shows him going in, talking to one of the bankers. He did it. And first thing he said was, well, I needed the money. I'm dealing with some people that, you just don't mess with. And it just wouldn't look right for a man to ask a woman for money. So yes, I did it. And she was like, why would you do that? This is my house. And now I need that money so I could, try to pay this back to avoid going to jail. He said, your house? This is my house. This is not just your house. When we got married, everything you got belongs to me. And I can do that. And I did it. What? So cold. So cold to this lady. Oh my goodness. Her face, she was just destroyed. And I can understand, like I said, it should be something to protect this lady. How you gonna just allow this person to just, I don't care, again, married or not. That's just like your kids. So you saying my kid can just go in my bank and, because you my son and you my daughter, you can go in there and just do what you want to do with my money? No. Somebody should come up with something to protect people, married or not. Even if you got to have another signature. Yeah, it should be something. But, again, he was really cold to her. He goes to bed. And so she's downstairs, pacing the floor. Her mind is racing. I'm about to go to jail, And he called her, bring me an ashtray. Y'all, I'm like, this man is hilarious, really? You go from sweet, caring, loving, kind to a cold piece of crap. What? Oh my goodness. So, moving on. The house was in foreclosure, pretty much. Well, it wasn't in foreclosure. It was in delinquent. The loan was in delinquent. So she calls her friend to say she needed a lawyer. So her friends got a lawyer for her, and the lawyer wanted $10,000 up front. So now she's trying to get her husband out the house. He's not going anywhere. He said this is his house. He's not going anywhere. So even the lawyer told her that this case might not get into court for another year. But he wants the $10,000 up front to even take the case. My goodness. The husband said, "You must don't know the law. I thought you were smarter than what you are." This lady was destroyed. And so they're at home, and she's like, "Can you please just get out of my house? Leave, leave, leave. Please leave." And he said, "You keep saying this is your house. This is our house. This is our house. And I don't have to leave." She called the police. There's nothing they could do. She got to go through the courts. Again, he's up there. He's sleeping in the bed, and she's on the couch. She come home one day. He's upstairs in her house, in their house, excuse me, with another woman. So she caught them, doing the do. Right away, she said, "Get out my house, get out my house." So the girl jumps up and said, "Your mother just comes through your door like that?" And he said, "My mother's not here." Mind you, he's a little younger than her, so this girl thought she's the mother. John still would not leave. He would not leave. He told her this is his house. He's not going anywhere. She's his wife. And if he needs some money, she got it. He's going to take it because it's his. So he's sitting here in the recliner, right? Just boasting. "And I think you owe me that money anyway, because I had to put up with you. You're old. I had to give you all that affection and all that attention. You owe me that money." Can you imagine what this did to this lady? She's sitting here holding her head down, every word he's doing and saying to her. So her head is just going down, down, down. She snaps. Get a bat. Pusha. Pusha. Hit him upside the head. Blood just, So she thought she killed him. And she dragged him in the basement. Well, let him go down the stairs in the basement. And she said, mind you, she's telling her story. She was like, she just lost it. And she got in her car and just started driving. And she didn't realize where she was at. So she get out the car and she calls her friend and tell her friend that her husband's body is in the basement. She killed him. So she's like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes, he's in the basement." So the friend, Megan, goes to the house, right? She was trying to help her cover this up or whatever. So she goes to the house and she sees her son pulling out. Megan is pulling up and the son is driving out. So Amanda did get arrested. Amanda got arrested for killing John, her husband, right? So she's telling her story to her lawyer, what she did. So she's like, "Yeah, I did it. I'm going to plead guilty. All I ask is to be transferred to a facility closer to her son so she can still see her son, or it'll be easy for her son to, visit her." So the lawyer's like, "Okay, I'll try to do that. You're going to plead guilty. We'll try to get a deal." Supposed to be an open and shut case, right? Yeah. Now, where is the body? They can't find the body. So it's said that maybe she was destroyed and she took the body with her in the car and dumped it in the river. But again, her mind is not there. So she's trying to replay that night. Did I do that? Did I take the body? No, she did not take the body. But, you know, with all the courts and everything and these hypothetical situations, she was thinking maybe she did. And once Megan talked to the lawyer and told the lawyer that she's saying Amanda's son leaving, so the lawyer said, oh, that's why she's said she's going to plead guilty to protect her son. So now they making it saying like the son killed John, her husband. I'm telling you, this movie. So the son go to the lawyer. He said, please, you know, fight for my mom. My mom did not do this. My mom got a big heart. She helps people. She would not kill anybody. But mind you, she snapped. It was not intentional. So that was the charge, intentional murder. Like she plotted this, she planned this, and tried to cover it up. That was not the case, but that was the charge. So this is what the lawyer wanted to fight. The lawyer wanted to fight for her because she believed that she was innocent after listening to her story, and she thought that she was trying to protect her son. Not true at all. Not true at all. So, y'all, this is getting kind of long, so I'm going to try to speed it up. They in court. The lawyer wanted to call Amanda to the stand, but her team was like, don't do that, no. Because Amanda want to just go on and sign a plea deal, but the lawyer want to fight for her. So she ended up calling the best friend, and she asked the best friend what type of person she is, and she's a loving, kind, caring person, you know. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Mind you, they cannot find this body. Do you think that she took this body and dumped it in the river? No, she would not do that. She would not do that. So y'all been friends for a long time? Yes, I know her and she knows me. Yes, she would not do this. So, said, do you think, the prosecutor, do she call you when she get in trouble or she needs somebody to talk to? Yes. Did she call you this night? So she hesitated, and she looked at Amanda, and Amanda shook her head like, you know, tell them the truth. And she was like, yeah. And what did y'all talk about? Oh, we just talked about church or something like that. How long were y'all talking? 15 minutes, maybe. Come to find out, they was only talking like 2 minutes. They had the, you know, all the paperwork for the calls that made that night, all that. But the defending attorney missed it. She didn't get that phone log, or she missed it. So it was looking good for the prosecutor, right? Amanda, long story short, Amanda was found guilty. Right? The lawyer apologized because her firm wanted her to accept that plea that they were going to give her. And she was like, I'm sorry, you know, now she's going to jail for a long time. And something happened after the courts. The lawyer it just wasn't sitting right with her. She wanted to fight some more. But the case was over. So she goes over to talk to Megan, her friend. Like, we're missing something. They're going to do an appeal, but we miss, what we play that whole night over, whatever. So she's told her again the same thing. Her story never changed. Her story never changed. All of a sudden, she hear a big boom, What is that? Oh, that's nothing. It's nothing. I got to get some things fixed in the basement. Okay. Now, Amanda's husband, no, sorry. Amanda's attorney husband is a police officer. So all of a sudden he out and he was like, look at your monitor. Who been to jail? Megan, the best friend, got a rap sheet. Now, mind you, they've been friends for 20 years. But Megan, yeah. So, somehow, Megan, the best friend, got the lawyer in the basement. I'm not going into all that because I'm running out of time. So she got her tied up because she found out that Megan had something to do with it. Yeah. Megan and her son was the one that married Amanda, the one that's younger than Amanda. Now, what I didn't get was how Amanda didn't know that this was Megan's son and they were married. They were friends 20-some years. How you did not know this? I don't know where he was, but yeah. So Megan and her son had this scheme going on for years where he would seduce women, wealthy women, take their money. And him and his mother was living good. I mean, they had people in the basement, older women in the basement, trapped down there so they can get their Social Security checks. Yes. But this was her friend. Now, when Amanda she was found guilty, so they about to take her off. And all of a sudden, Amanda seen this charm that her best friend had on, the same identical charm that her husband had when she first met him. All of a sudden, she started making connections of everything that Megan was telling her. Little things like, oh, you going out, you're going to meet him, and study trying to speak up for him when she's telling her best friend, he's not doing this and he's not doing this. And Megan is speaking up for him. Well, you know how something has to happen for you to replay and analyze things differently. Well, that's what Amanda was doing once she got locked up, once she was found guilty. But her lawyer was on the job. Her lawyer had figured it out. Okay. Longer story short. Her husband came there and rescued her. The police officer rescued the lawyer. Now Megan, somehow she got out. She never got arrested. Her son did. Now her son, when they show her son again, he was all bruised up because Amanda did hit him with that bat now, but she didn't kill him. So when Megan went over there that night, Amanda called her, and told her that, he in the basement, she killed him. She went over there to get her son. That's what happened. So that's why the body wasn't found, because he wasn't dead. Again, you think this your friend, but how do you not know she had this son? How did you not know that she was scheming, got people in her basement for years getting their Social Security check? How could you not know that? How could you not know something was wrong? This your best friend for 20 years. And now it was your turn to plot and get your money that you had. Again, she worked at the bank. She wasn't rich, but he took her bank account everything, and he had passcode and everything to get into the accounts at the bank. Took another loan out on the house. Yeah. Everybody's not your friend. Be careful who you think your friend. Pay attention to those signs. You hear that voice gnawing at you? Listen to it. You don't got to say anything, but react to it. Act accordingly. And I know it could easily happen. Fall in love when somebody's doing something right. And if you listen to parts of the story, well, she said he knew exactly what to say. He knew exactly what to do. Yeah. Because Megan had told him. Megan knew Amanda. Megan knew what Amanda was missing, what she needed. What's that catch to pull her in? Sad. Sad. Money does this to people. So sad. So sad. But the good thing is, Amanda got out of jail. Court apologized. She got out of jail. Now, what they're trying to do is find out where all this money is at. So it went off like that. Amanda get out of jail, and now they're investigating where is this money. Oh, no, hold on. Megan, again, like I said, Megan got out the house. And when they showed Megan again, she was interviewing for another position to take care of an older lady, rich older lady. I guess the game just don't stop, right? Until it's over. Okay, y'all. I hope you enjoy my story. Movie critic time, movie critic time, movie critic time. But listen, I hope you got something out of this story. Relax, but something else. Okay, y'all. Thanks. Like it. Help a girl out.